ever stop for a moment and wonder if time seems to speed up as we get older? It feels like just yesterday we were full of energy, rushing around with work, family, kids. And now, sometimes, just a morning of gardening or an afternoon playing with the grandkids is enough to make our bodies remind us they're there. Those aches and pains in the back, the knees, or that lingering tiredness at the end of the day, they seem to become more familiar, don't they? These things are a natural part of aging, of course. But would you agree with me that we don't just want to live longer? We want to live healthier, happier, enjoying every precious moment life has to offer. We want to have enough energy to travel, to pursue new hobbies, to spend quality time with our loved ones, not just sit on the sidelines watching life go by. So, how can we hold on to that vitality, energy, and joy for living for as long as possible? Many people think it requires huge changes, complicated diets, or intense exercise routines. But sometimes, the secrets lie in very simple habits, even in moments of relaxation that might seem ordinary. In our chat today, we're going to explore a rather interesting topic: 4 mistakes that can shorten your life if you don't use a hot tub. Now, that might sound a bit strange, right? How could whether or not you use a hot tub be related to your lifespan? Actually, I want to use this phrasing to highlight the wonderful health benefits we might be missing out on if we don't know how to take advantage of this simple hydrotherapy. It's not about blame, but about recognizing the opportunities for improving our health that are right within our reach. We won't delve into complicated medical theories, don't worry. Instead, we'll chat about the very real effects on the daily lives of those of us aged 50 and over. So, what's the first mistake? Or rather, the first health improvement opportunity that many of us might be overlooking? It's underestimating the impact of chronic stress on the body. Let's be honest with each other. Life at this age isn't exactly free of worries. Maybe it's concerns about our own health or our partner's health, changes at work or during retirement, or just the invisible pressures of modern life. We often try to put on a brave face, telling ourselves we're fine, we have to be strong. But stress, whether big or small, when it accumulates day after day, acts like a silent enemy, slowly eroding our physical and mental well-being. Do you ever feel your neck and shoulders completely stiff by the end of the day? Or toss and turn at night because your mind just won't switch off? Those are signs that your body is under stress. Chronic stress doesn't just make us tired and irritable. It can lead to more serious health problems like high blood pressure, heart disease, a weakened immune system, and even affect our memory. It can truly steal away our healthy years without us even realizing it. So, how can a hot tub help here? That's where the magic happens. Just imagine, after a long, tiring day, you step into that warm, welcoming water, feeling the gentle heat envelop your body. Instantly, those tense muscles begin to relax. That heavy feeling on your shoulders seems to melt away with the steam. The warmth improves blood circulation, bringing oxygen and nutrients to your cells, while also helping to flush out fatigue-causing toxins. Most importantly, soaking in a hot tub forces us to pause. You can't really check work emails or worry about the electricity bill while you're soaking. At least, you shouldn't. It's precious time dedicated just to yourself, allowing your mind to quiet down, your breathing to become deeper and more regular. The sound of the bubbling water, soft lighting, perhaps the gentle scent of essential oils, if you like that. It all creates an environment of absolute relaxation, significantly helping to reduce the stress hormone cortisol in your body. Not taking the time to actively and effectively relieve stress like this, you could say, is the first mistake that inadvertently harms our long-term health. A hot tub isn't a magic cure-all, but it's an incredibly effective and enjoyable tool to combat that silent enemy called chronic stress. It helps us recharge, improves our mood, and protects our bodies from the negative impacts of stress. And following closely on the heels of stress, there's something else that quietly affects our quality of life and long-term health, especially as the years add up, and that's accepting aches and pains in our muscles and joints as just a part of life. Does this sound familiar? That slightly sore back when you first wake up, the creaky knees when you stand up or sit down, or that achy feeling in your muscles after a day of activity. Many of us just shrug it off, thinking it's just a normal part of getting older. We might pop a pain reliever for temporary relief, or simply try to endure it and limit our movement to avoid the pain. But did you know? Accepting living with aches and pains without actively seeking ways to improve the situation is the second mistake that can significantly impact our overall health and longevity. Why? Because when our body hurts, we tend to avoid moving. Less movement leads to weaker muscles, stiffer joints, and poorer circulation. It creates a vicious cycle where the pain gets worse, and more importantly, it diminishes our quality of life. We might have to give up activities we love, like walking, gardening, dancing, or even find it difficult to pick up our grandchildren. This long-term limitation in movement also increases the risk of other chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and obesity. So how do we break this cycle? Once again, the hydrotherapy from a hot tub offers a gentle and effective solution. When you soak in warm water, the heat helps to dilate blood vessels, increasing blood flow to aching muscles and joints. This not only helps reduce pain and inflammation, but also promotes the body's natural healing process. Furthermore, water has that wonderful property called buoyancy. When we're in the water, our bodies feel lighter, reducing the pressure on our joints, especially the spine, hips, and knees. This creates the perfect environment to perform gentle stretching and movement exercises right in the tub, improving joint flexibility without causing pain. That feeling of being able to move more easily in the water is truly wonderful, isn't it? Regularly soaking in a hot tub can effectively help manage chronic pain from arthritis, back pain, muscle soreness. It not only provides immediate pain relief, but also contributes to improving mobility in the long run. When our bodies ache less, we feel more confident, more energetic, more willing to engage in other light physical activities, thereby maintaining a healthier and more active lifestyle. Ignoring this fantastic benefit of pain relief and enhanced movement from a hot tub could be seen as inadvertently letting aches and pains control our lives and potentially shortening our healthy years. We've chatted about the impact of stress and persistent aches and pains, two factors that might not seem directly related, but quietly influence our health and longevity if not managed well. And it's fascinating to see how a simple relaxation habit like soaking in a hot tub can offer practical benefits for dealing with both issues. But the story doesn't end here. There are other aspects of our health that we might be unintentionally neglecting if we don't take advantage of this wonderful therapy. Yes, that's right. Besides helping us cope with stress and easing those nagging aches and pains, this simple hydrotherapy holds other benefits that we sometimes overlook. And this brings us to another extremely important aspect of our health, especially as we enter the more experienced stages of life. And that is the quality of our sleep. Wouldn't you agree that a good night's sleep seems like a luxury for quite a few of us? Maybe it's difficulty falling asleep, with the mind racing through all sorts of things. Or perhaps we wake up easily in the middle of the night, then toss and turn, unable to get back to sleep. Or even when we get enough hours, we still wake up feeling tired, groggy, as if we haven't really rested at all. We often blame it on age, on natural biological changes. And yes, certain changes do occur. But accepting poor sleep quality as something inevitable, something we can't change, that's actually a third mistake that can silently erode our health and shorten our joyful years. Why is sleep so incredibly important? Well, while we sleep, our bodies aren't completely inactive, That's when cells are repaired, organs recover, the brain consolidates memories and clears out the waste accumulated during the day. Good sleep helps us have mental clarity, a better mood, a stronger immune system, and reduces the risk of many chronic diseases, from heart disease and diabetes to memory decline. Conversely, chronic sleep deprivation leaves us fatigued, irritable, unable to concentrate, slower to react, and more susceptible to illness. It truly affects every aspect of our lives. So how can our friend, the hot tub, help improve sleep? The answer lies in a very natural mechanism of the body. When we soak in warm water for about 90 minutes to 2 hours before bedtime, our body temperature gently rises. After getting out of the tub, the body begins the process of cooling back down. This drop in temperature is actually a powerful signal to the brain saying, "It's time to rest, prepare for sleep." This helps us fall asleep more easily and experience deeper, more uninterrupted sleep. Furthermore, as we discussed earlier, soaking in warm water helps relax tense muscles and calm an anxious mind. When the body is no longer aching or feeling stressed, drifting off to sleep becomes much, much easier. Instead of lying in bed wrestling with pain or racing thoughts, you can feel relaxed, comfortable, and ready for restorative sleep. Just imagine, instead of taking a sleeping pill that might cause dependency or unwanted side effects, we have a completely natural, safe, and incredibly pleasant method. Just dedicating 15 to 20 minutes to soaking in warm water before bed, perhaps adding a little lavender or chamomile essential oil if you like, dimming the lights, playing some soft music. It's not just preparation for sleep, but also a wonderful end-of-day relaxation ritual. Ignoring such a natural and effective way to improve sleep, accepting living with restless nights, means we might be robbing ourselves of the chance for our bodies to recover optimally each night. This impacts our energy, mood, and overall health the next day and in the long run. That's truly a shame, isn't it? And when we talk about the body's recovery, about supplying energy and nutrients to our cells, we absolutely must mention another fundamental element, our circulatory system. This is the vital transport network that carries oxygen and nutrition throughout the body while also carrying waste products away. And a fourth mistake many might make is not paying attention to supporting and improving blood circulation. When we're younger, our circulatory system usually works very efficiently, but over time, blood vessels can become less elastic, and the heart might have to work a little harder to pump blood throughout the body. Do you ever feel like your hands and feet are colder than usual, especially in winter? Or sometimes experience numbness or tingling in your fingertips or toes? These could be signs that your circulation isn't optimal. Poor circulation doesn't just cause those uncomfortable sensations. It can lead to more serious problems. It slows down wound healing, affects the function of internal organs, and significantly, it's a major risk factor for cardiovascular diseases like high blood pressure, atherosclerosis, hardening of the arteries, and even stroke. Not actively seeking ways to improve circulation when early signs appear, or simply not thinking about supporting it as part of preventative health care, means we are inadvertently neglecting a crucial aspect of maintaining health and vitality. And once again, the warm water therapy from a hot tub proves wonderfully effective. When the body is immersed in warm water, the peripheral blood vessels, the small vessels near the skin's surface, automatically widen. This phenomenon is called vasodilation. When blood vessels dilate, like widening a pipe, blood can flow more easily, reducing the workload on the heart. This helps improve the delivery of oxygen and nutrients to tissues and organs, including the furthest extremities, like fingertips and toes. This improvement in circulation brings numerous benefits. It helps warm the body naturally, reducing that feeling of cold hands and feet. It aids in the removal of toxins and reduces inflammation. And importantly, helping blood flow more easily can contribute to maintaining more stable blood pressure levels. Of course, if you have existing heart conditions or blood pressure issues, consulting your doctor before using a hot tub regularly is very important. But generally, for most people, soaking in warm water is a gentle and safe way to exercise the circulatory system without strenuous effort. Think about it, just by relaxing in warm water, we are quietly supporting one of the body's most critical systems to function more effectively. We're helping nourish every cell, protecting our heart and blood vessels. Underestimating this significant benefit, viewing a soak merely as a way to get clean or relax briefly, could mean we're missing out on a powerful tool for protecting cardiovascular health and maintaining healthy circulation, key factors for a long and active life. So, we've journeyed through two more aspects, sleep and circulation. Elements that seem basic, but play incredibly important roles in our overall health and longevity. And it's fascinating to realize that harnessing the warmth and relaxation of a hot tub can offer such positive and natural effects for both. It doesn't require huge effort, just a little time dedicated to taking care of ourselves. Just a little time dedicated to taking care of ourselves. And isn't that really what it boils down to? It sounds so simple, doesn't it? Taking care of ourselves. Yet, in the hustle and bustle of life, even as we get older, perhaps especially as we get older and might be caring for others or adjusting to new life phases, putting our own well-being first can often feel like a luxury we can't afford. or something we'll get around to later. But maybe not making that time, not recognizing the profound impact these simple acts of self-care can have, is perhaps the biggest oversight of all when we think about living a long, healthy, and happy life. It's not just about avoiding the negative consequences we've talked about, the buildup of stress, letting aches and pains dictate our activity levels, suffering through poor sleep, or ignoring potential circulation issues. It's about actively embracing the positive side. It's about proactively nurturing our bodies and minds so we can truly thrive. Think about how interconnected everything is. When you're stressed, it's harder to sleep well, isn't it? And when you don't sleep well, aches and pains can feel magnified the next day. Poor circulation can contribute to that feeling of fatigue, which adds to stress. It's all linked. What's truly wonderful about something as simple as a warm water soak in a hot tub is that it doesn't just target one isolated issue. It offers a gentle, holistic approach. The warmth soothes muscles and joints while simultaneously calming the nervous system. The improved circulation helps deliver oxygen and remove waste, aiding recovery. The drop in body temperature afterwards signals the brain it's time for sleep. It's like giving your entire system a gentle, restorative hug. Why is this kind of holistic care particularly important for us, those of us navigating life beyond 50, 60, 70, and beyond? Because maintaining our vitality, our independence, and our zest for life often depends on managing these very factors. We want the energy to keep up with our grandchildren, don't we? We want the physical comfort to pursue hobbies we love, whether it's gardening, dancing, walking, or traveling. We want the mental clarity and positive outlook that comes from feeling rested and less burdened by stress and pain. These aren't small things. They are the very fabric of a fulfilling later life. Making time for a regular hot tub soak or any consistent relaxation practice that works for you isn't about indulgence in the frivolous sense. It's an investment. It's an investment in your mobility, your mood, your cognitive function, and your overall resilience. It's saying, my health matters. My well-being matters. I am worth this time. Of course, it's always wise to listen to your body. Find a temperature that feels comfortable and soothing, not uncomfortably hot. Don't stay in too long, especially when you're first starting out. 15 to 20 minutes is often plenty to feel the benefits. And as I mentioned briefly before, if you have any specific health conditions, particularly related to heart health or blood pressure, or if you have any concerns at all, it's always best to have a quick chat with your doctor first, just to be sure it's the right fit for your individual circumstances. Safety and comfort should always come first. But for most of us, incorporating this simple ritual can be a game changer. Think about it. Transforming a potential mistake, like neglecting stress management, into a positive habit. Instead of letting stress silently chip away at your health, you actively melt it away in warm, bubbling water. Instead of accepting aches and pains as unavoidable, you gently soothe them, improving your mobility and comfort. Instead of tossing and turning at night, you pave the way for deep, restorative sleep. Instead of passively letting circulation perhaps become less efficient, you actively support it, nourishing your body from the inside out. It's about shifting perspective. It's not about focusing on what we might lose as we age, but about focusing on what we can do to enhance our well-being right now and for the years to come. These small, consistent actions really do add up. They create a positive upward spiral. When you sleep better, you have more energy. When you have less pain, you feel more like moving. When you manage stress better, your overall health improves. See how it works? So let's recap our little chat, not as a list of mistakes, but as opportunities for enhancing our lives through the simple magic of a hot tub. We saw how it can be a powerful ally against the silent damage of chronic stress, helping us unwind and find calm. We explored its incredible ability to soothe aches and pains, promoting mobility and physical comfort. We discovered how it can naturally pave the way for deeper, more restorative sleep, which is fundamental for overall health. And we learned how the gentle warmth boosts circulation, supporting cardiovascular health and nourishing our entire body. Putting it all together, it's clear that incorporating a hot tub into your routine, if possible, isn't just about fleeting relaxation. It's a proactive step towards mitigating factors that can genuinely impact our longevity and, just as importantly, our quality of life during those years. It's about feeling better, moving better, sleeping better, and ultimately, living more fully. Remember, dear friends, making positive changes for your health doesn't always require grand gestures or dramatic overhauls. Sometimes, the most profound shifts come from embracing simple, enjoyable habits that nurture both body and mind. It's never too late to start prioritizing yourself, to invest in your well-being, and to find joy in the journey of aging gracefully and healthfully. Those small moments of self-care, like a warm soak, can make a world of difference in how you feel every single day. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Do you use a hot tub or perhaps another relaxation method like warm baths to help manage stress or aches? What benefits have you personally noticed? Please share your experiences and thoughts in the comments below. I truly enjoy reading them and learning from our wonderful community here. And if you found our chat today helpful or perhaps a little inspiring, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps others find our conversations. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel for more chats about living well, staying vibrant, and enjoying every stage of life. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. It's always a pleasure connecting with you all.
The night's young, it has just begun.